So I mean, this is still the same Badgermole Cub combo deck that we have been working on for like six. It's been, I mean, ever since Badgermole Cub came out. Ever since Cub came out, we've been working on this deck. It's been good. It's been a deck that I have liked a lot. It's really evolved a lot. For a long time, we were splashing black for Tyvar, and I mostly think that Shang-Chi replaces Tyvar and is better than Tyvar. um, I still a couple question marks to be answered about the deck list. The last time we played it, I was playing a Fanatic of Ronus Slumbering Trudge package. You could also Disciple Freyalise the Trudge. I decided to move away from it. I wanted to play more Nissas. I really like the first two Nissas. Has been good. I might not want to play the third copy in the main. I think there's a lot of question marks still about some of the flex spots, but right now we're 3-0 in the league and it's been testing really well. Shang-Chi says you may activate abilities of creatures as though those had haste, and you can tap and spend 2 mana of any one color. You can spend this mana only to activate the abilities of creature sources. This is based. So this line of text looks blank, right? Well, we have no activated abilities of creature sources to play. However, because this has an ability to tap for mana, if you have a Badgermole Cub in play, or if you have a Leyline of Abundance in play, this still taps for 1 green. Instead of 2, it still does tap for mana, and it does so with haste too. And so there are several combos with Shang-Chi. One of the main ones is if you have a Springheart Nantuko on a Dryad Arbor, and you have any mana doubler, so either Leyline of Abundance, Badgermole Cub, Nissa Resurgent Animist, or Lotus Cobra, or Nissa Shakes the World. We got a lot of them in the deck. You're able to just make a Dryad Arbor, make 2 mana, make another Dryad Arbor. And then if you have another one, all of a sudden it's infinite creatures and infinite mana. That's one of the main ones. It's one of the main ones. Most of the combos do involve Springheart Nantuko and copying. The second main combo, however, is Ashaya. Ashaya, Soul of the Wild, who turns everything into forest. And the idea is that with Quirion Ranger, you can untap a mana dork that makes 2 mana, and you can return it to your hand, and then replay the Quirion Ranger, and this gives you infinite mana. Infinite mana, very good with either Leyline of Abundance, or sometimes just like you tutor for a Craterhoof and win the game that way. Shang-Chi goes infinite also with Ashaya and Quirion Ranger. It acts as a mana doubler because the when you play the Quirion Ranger, you can play the Quirion Ranger and you can tap it. You can tap it for a green, and then you can bounce it again. So it gives you the infinite. I guess it just gives you infinite. That gives you infinite landfall. I guess you actually do need one more thing, but it does. But it acts as its own mana dork with haste because you can tap. It's a 4-square shy and it has haste because of Shang-Chi. One thing that so I had an Enduring Vitality in the deck on our first draft when we were playing Squirrel Girl. Now Squirrel Girl tested really poorly. However, Enduring Vitality is a card that I think is just actually very good in the deck. It's like an Ashaya. It's like an Ashaya in that it makes all of your creatures able to tap for mana. It's tutorable. It doesn't combo with Quirion Ranger like Ashaya does, but it does. But making your Badgermole Cub, your Quirion Ranger, your Springheart Nantuko tokens, all able to tap for mana is really, really good. Also some random stuff like Nissa, Ouroboroid, Formidable Speaker. Tap for mana is awesome. And when you're giving these creatures haste, and the ability to have mana goes really crazy. When you have Nantuko, Shang-Chi, Vitality in play, you make so much mana. It's really crazy. And so I'll say that I've really enjoyed playing the deck in this mono green version. Like I think like Shang-Chi being tutorable, being cheaper than Tyvar, making mana itself is awesome. I think this card is a lot better than Tyvar, and it lets you stay mono green, which is very, very nice. You get to play a lot of basics for the Ponza matchup. As far as the sideboard is a little bit of work in progress. I am liking it at the moment. I have both Scavenging Ooze and Endurance. Being able to Summoner's Pact for Endurance and invoke it is really powerful against some strategies. Scavenging Ooze is a bit better against Reanimator. There is a lot of Reanimators, so I'm also playing some Ghost Vacuum. This is a deck that can really easily get the 6 mana to activate it, so it's quite strong against Goryo's and Grixis Reanimator. Also playing some Vexing Baubles. I decided to go really away from the Affinity hate, just because I think this deck is naturally so good against Affinity. Even though you have really good sideboard options, I don't think you need to play it. This is a matchup where you don't care so much about Inevitable Betrayal, but you do care a lot about Living End, so you want to play Tajuru Preserver as a tutorable way to stop your opponent from making you sack your creatures with Living End. And I'm back in on the Ouroboroid sideboard playing against Boros. I don't exactly remember the matchups last night. I know I boarded them in yesterday, and I was liking it. I think we may make some changes going into a second league today. Right now we're 3-0. The deck has been feeling awesome. Hopefully it continues to feel awesome. Yeah, we do have 9 fetches for Dryad Arbor. And the fetch lands are also important for landfall for Nantuko, Lotus Cobra, and Nissa. You could maybe play 10th fetch land over the 7th forest. I think it's kind of close. One more thing is I did end up cutting the Boseiju. The Boseiju is always a little weird in the deck with all the Quirion Rangers anyways, and with the pawns I decided to just play a force instead. I think it's okay. At some point. Okay, we're in. We get to play. Did I speak too soon? Okay, I'm gonna ignore all of this nonsense right now. We have Leyline plus Dryad Arbor in our opening hand. Hand is obviously very, very weak to a turn 1 removal spell. I'm going to click keep. Is anyone else having such a broken Magic Online experience today? I noticed we got Formidable Speaker art. So maybe they're playing Trudge. I think I just want a green sun for Badgermole Cub. Played one match 2 minutes ago, was okay. Let's see if like all my settings are right. Let's see. Yeah, I've got all the animations turned off. So next turn we can combo kill this turn. Is this deck good against Boros Ponza? I played against it last night and I 2-0'd them, so probably. Looks like they have K command. May ask for what situations the 3 Ouroboroid on the side. Usually you want them in spots where you want to be like boarding out a bunch of Summoners packs, because if you're playing against a ton of 1-for-1 interaction, the packs get a lot worse. And so you bring them in. Examples would be like Boros and Blink. Maybe Control. Alright, so they K command my Arbor. Okay, so my Forest is tapping for 3 mana. I've drawn a copy of Summoner's Pact. So let's see. So if I can go Summoner's Pact for another copy of Badgermole Cub. Tap this for 3. Earthbend here. I'll have 1 mana floating. I think we should be able to win. So let's go. Yes, I think this should be fine. Summoner's Pact for the Cub. I'm pretty sure Cub's it's gotta be the best thing here. Okay, the Cub art has now loaded. Every 5 minutes we get 1 new card art. It's like opening a booster pack. Okay, so now we play Ashaya. And then we go tap the Badgermole Cub for 4 mana, and then we Summoner's Pact. This is through a removal spell on my Arbor. My opponent knows the combo. So we're going to be able to get Quirion Ranger, untap the Cub, make infinite mana. With that infinite mana, we could either discard the Quirion Ranger and get something with the Formidable Speaker, or we could just make an infinite power Badgermole Cub with Leyline of Abundance and attack with it. So we are up a game against what must be Slumbering Trudge. Vexing Bauble, certainly a consideration. Sure, let's play the 3 Vexing Bauble over 3 Summoners Packs. These cards don't play great together. Although maybe... I think this actually looks good. I think we can play 1 Summoners Pack easy. You could play a Chomping Changeling for fight rigging, but I think the Baubles handled that pretty well. Oh, wait, did we get all the arts? Wow, we opened our booster pack. Oh, no, we're missing most of the Delighted Halfling. Oh, no, it's not most. the Summer's Pact is coming through, so we're missing a few still. Missing endurance. they're coming in. They're coming in. Do you think this deck will be played at the PT this weekend? I think no. This deck is incredibly complicated, and maybe I should just say like people do not have time to learn this deck. I'd be very surprised. I mean, maybe it does exist to some extent. Maybe some people will play it, but I would be very surprised. This hand's very close. I think I'm gonna mulligan. A little too weak to K command. Do like this hand more, although we have a ton of mana. We're severely lacking on a payoff here. If we Nantuko a Nissa land and make, if we Nantuko a Nissa land and make a land drop, do we get infinite lands? Yes. Okay, that works. There are a lot of combos in this deck. It's hard. You can't when you do a deck tech for this. You can't list all the combos. There's too many. They don't have an imprintable for the lab, or they don't use one. What the Green Sun for Trudge. So they might have a fight rigging next turn. We'll see. Okay, not a lot we can do about it if they have one. All right, I think I should play Lotus Cobra. We have a landfall for the Nantuko next turn with the Quirion Ranger, so we don't need to worry too much about like missing. So let's go Cub onto Forest, and then we have 2 mana. So I guess I could Quirion Ranger. Is it good to play the Ranger? I think I'll just wait on the Ranger. And Nantuko onto the Forest. It doesn't let us go infinite because we only have 1 Lotus Cobra, but it's pretty close. So see if they've got the Trudge. It seems like most of our card arts have loaded by now. Oh, sorry, they said not the Trudge, the fight rigging for the Trudge. They imprinted a Devourer to the lab. And they fight rigging. It's weird to be on this side of the field. I'm glad more people are picking it up. I do think the Trudge deck's great. I feel like I'm playing against it more and more. Let's see if we get Emrakul. We're getting Ulamogged. Huh. I mean, that's better than Emrakul. I did end up doing the sideboard guide for Trudge. So if you go to the Mox Field, if you go to moxfield.com/user/aspiring spike and you find the Trudge match deck list in the primer section, I have written a sideboard guide for 12 matchups and like a tiny blurb for some of them. Ulamog sees itself in ring. Oh, this is the old Ulamog, the Exile one. So I've drawn another Cub. Likely we'll be going to game 3 soon. So I think I'm just going to be casting the Leyline of Abundance. Which one of my own decks have I lost to the most? Maybe Yawgmoth? Hard to imagine. You can't really call Boros Energy my deck. I feel like taking 10 is okay. We lost our Craterhoof, which is that's the main card I did not want to see exiled. You pioneered Yagi. I built it on stream, but honestly I was like a 20 viewer Andy at the time, so very few people know that happened. And they get the hideaway land. Like I built it on stream. I 5-0'd with it. Then the Will Hall experience 5-0'd with it. His 5-0 list got published instead of mine, and then Saffron Olive played it, and that's really when it became in like the modern consciousness, I guess. And fine. We're going to have a lot of mana for next turn, but with the Craterhoof out of the deck, winning from this position is not going to be like the easiest thing to do. This is not a forest. I want to return the non-token, of course. All right, I think that's all we can do this turn, and then we have to deal with the hideaway land. We'll have to chump block this turn. Do you still my virtual 5 list so where I can find it? It is in the box field. They imported all the old stuff. It was very different. Like I was playing it, like Hogak was legal at the time, so I was playing Carrion Feeder in the main deck to like destroy my opponent's ensnaring bridges. And I was also playing Neoform to destroy my opponent's ensnaring bridges. So like there was a lot of concessions to that, but like the general shell was there, and it was like the first version of it. So to gain 7, draw 7 here. Can't you activate Leyline 100 times? I don't have infinite mana yet, and making infinite mana here is not necessarily going to be possible because like whenever I make a forest, I'm going -1 mana, and there's a lot of ways for me to go or some ways for me to go even next turn. Even on like the generation for the forest, but as far as going infinite, I don't know that I can do it with one card here. Is the Fire deck your deck? Yeah. Although I do believe I'm a believer in like, you take a deck, you change it, you make it your own. Like my opponent's build is different from mine. It's their deck now. But we did build it on I think we also built it on this one on stream, funny enough. The Eldrazi version. Yeah, is Ashaya still in the deck? Okay, I guess that's my plan. Is Ashaya. Yeah, Ashaya works. I have to have enough attackers though. Should have enough attackers. Nantuko wins? How do I I Nantuko onto the Cub. Okay, I lost the Ashaya. I have 8 cards in my deck. Yeah, you're right. If I Nantuko onto Cub, then we win. So I also maybe Pact for Nantuko if we have those in the deck. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this works. Okay, so let's go here. Play Forest. We want to stack the triggers. Oh, it didn't let me stack the triggers. That's weird. Okay, I had stack abilities automatically on. Okay, so we need this one to resolve next. So we need to start generating mana, obviously. What did I stack this wrong again? Yes, I did. Wait, what's happening? Okay. So okay, this is a Cub. This is a Cub. This is a Cub. This is a Cub. This is a forest. Cub, 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 Cub. Okay, I'm gonna need. I need to make sure that I have a a forest trigger underneath a Cub trigger. So this is a Nantuko trigger. This is the Cub trigger. So I need to click this. Okay. Glad I made all this extra mana next turn because I clicked this wrong. Obviously, Magic Online does not make this particularly easy. Okay. So every time we do this, we make a new forest and we make a new Badgermole Cub. With that new Badgermole Cub, we get to Earthbend and we get to start making big mana. The big mana off the new forest that we tap for mana. And I guess we should be waiting to tap what we can. And then with this infinite mana, we are going to activate the Leyline infinite times, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blockers to their attackers to their 4 blockers. So it's going to take a little bit of time here. But we are going to win the game. This was maybe not the best deck ever to play on a day where we're having issues with Magic Online crashing. Gonna be the first to admit that. This is one combo I usually like forget exists. I have to like find it every time. So that's 33 mana. I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna activate a Leyline once so that they see it. Definitely not the easiest thing to see ever. Oh, I don't know if I stacked that one right. That's okay. It's fine. Got a few Badgermole Cubs here. We also could untap a... I guess I didn't tap any. I guess these have haste. I might be getting close. Oh, I also have infinite hasty attackers, don't I? They may be playing for clock. Maybe. Honestly, Ulamog worse than Emrakul here, for whatever that's worth. Yeah, it is game 2, so I don't think... I've got it 13 minutes. I think we'll be fine. I may crash Magic Online if I keep going too much, actually. So I've got so many Cubs. It's crazy. Let me tap these. See how much mana that is. Magic Online is thinking. It's 103 mana. Okay, then they can see it. That probably was enough. Nice. So, didn't draw Shang-Chi that match, I guess. Shang-Chi has been very good in the off-stream testing, but we are 4-0, have not lost a game. This was a game where my opponent cast Ulamog the Ceaseless Hunger on turn 3. And the game 2, I won on turn 3, and they killed my Dryad Arbor. Looking good. But last team playing Ruby Storm, so winning the die roll is really important. Is there a reason we are playing a Shock plus Surveil land for sideboard Consign or something? This is not a deck that's very good at holding up Consign, and our matchup's really good against Tron. So I mean, you could. I mean, Consign is good. I don't think we need the Consigns. I played the 3-0 first 3 matches off stream last night. So good news or bad news we lost a die roll. Good news we do have a very fast hand, very good hand. I think this hand might actually be able to turn 2. If I draw Pact or Nantuko, maybe not. I don't know. Probably not. Without the second ley line. My opponent's on a Mold 5 and they reveal Devour of Destiny. Okay, we're very happy to see that they're not playing Ruby Storm. I mean, splash for any cyber cards. You can splash for cyber cards. I have splashed for cyber cards, and I think I prefer to take mono green. If there's like a Consign is not a sideboard card I'd splash for, so like, oh, this is the Cosmic Wave deck. We are fast enough to try to race them, but if we're all the draw, we might just get turn 3'd. Be kind of a bummer. So like, just like, what sideboard card do you want to splash for is the question I have for you. Okay, so let's go play Lotus Cobra. Play Misty Rainforest. Make a green. Play Shang-Chi. Fetch Dryad Arbor. So yeah, I think I could win if I had a... Oh no, I guess I wouldn't have landfall for Nantuko. So this is 2. This looks like not enough to activate the ley line. Pass back. Maybe going to 19 was a mistake, so they could just... I guess they already have enough cards next time. Was there a reason we moved away from card? I've never played card in this version. We're confused. So opponent's going to 1, so they are all in on being able to Cosmic Wave fling me next turn. Card was in the first version. If it maybe was in the very first version. We've played like 10 versions of this since card. I don't know. If we ever even had it, which I don't believe that we had. This is long since not been a card deck, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. Card's not good in the deck. So we lost the die roll, unfortunately, for our first game loss of the league. Okay, so on the play, I think I am interested in just trying to turn 3 them before they can turn 3 me. I don't know that Trinisphere on the draw is really going to be a good plan against them, though, because they'll go turn 2, go wave, turn 3, fling me, maybe. Maybe not. They don't have any life gain. Yeah, I don't think I want the Trinispheres on the play. I think I could just pretty comfortably mulligan for a turn 3 hand. May just be a play draw kind of matchup. Although I wasn't necessarily going to win next turn. I needed to top deck something. Yeah, that was the first game we lost this league. Bauble to get Pact. I have my own packs. I'd rather just play Bauble versus Summer Bucks. I think I'd rather play by 4 Summoner's Pact again. I feel like that's even just it's gotta be right. Alright, this hand's really fast. Let's keep. Looks like a turn 3. I could go turn 1, Green Sun for Arbor, of course. Then turn 2, I could Green Sun for Quirion Ranger. That would cost me 2 mana, and then I would untap the Arbor. I guess I would only have 4 mana after that. Chancellor of the Annex. 2 Chancellor of the... Oh, is this 1 or 2? Oh, the exiled one. Okay, so I guess we go... Cast Summoners. This is Legacy. So I'd cast Summoner's Pact, and I don't pay for the... It was 2 Chancellors. Okay, the interface there is very weird. Okay, oh, they revealed one and the exiled one. I didn't even know you could do that. Okay, so this is awesome that we have the Summoner's Pact to be able to get through the Chancellors here. Did I react to structure cards? I haven't looked at them yet. I'm not going to look at them, I guess, until it's closer to them coming out, probably. So if I play, I can just cast Ouroboroid, or I could get Quirion Ranger and I could cast Nissa. Without the Summoner's Pact to get the Nantuko, Nissa seems... No, I should get Nissa so they can't pay enough life to kill me. Yeah. Right, so it's Rangers this way. Maybe Ranger's actually not enough. So if I go 2 mana for Ranger, I make a mana... Yeah, that's right. It's only a 4 mana anyways. Is there any way for me to Nissa this turn? If I Green Sun for Shang-Chi, then I fetch Dryad Arbor. I only have 3 mana after that. Okay, I guess I'm casting Ouroboroid. Not bad to have a turn 2 Ouroboroid through a Chancellor of the Annex. Through double Chancellor of the Annex. We'll see if we just die, though. They do have the Plunge into Darkness. We know one of their 3 cards is a Chancellor, so 3 of their other 5 cards are going to be Land, Goy, Fling. You can Shang-Chi for Ouroboroid. I don't think so. The Shang-Chi only makes 1 mana, not 2. So if we go we spend 3 mana to Green Sun for Shang-Chi, then we fetch Arbor. We only have 3 mana after that. I mean, they're not immediately taking like the 1 card they need to kill me here. It's good news. Shang-Chi only tests mana abilities. So if you have Shang-Chi with Leyline, it makes a regular green and 2 ability mana. So it does make 1 regular mana. Oh, they are lagging, aren't they? Well, this is my 5th Magic Online restart of the day. How does Plunge of Darkness kill? They pay so much life that they can exile a bunch of cards in their deck to let them go Cosmic Wave plus Fling. I'm gonna mistype my password. We're loading right now. Adding to the suspense. Hey, Alash. Am I the only one having these Magic Online issues still? I don't understand. Maybe it's because of the All Access token. Maybe I could try playing on the Timmy account after this. To see if it's faster. Dical with the 25 months. Welcome back. Have you tried using AI? How would that help in this situation in any way? What's wrong with my PC? I feel very confident it's not my PC. I feel very confident. I'm currently live streaming. Totally fine. I think my internet's fine. I've got everything's fine PC wise. I think the issue is likely with Magic Open. Yeah, too many digital objects. It's crashed again. It just is not even launching. I guess I'm going to attempt a uninstall here. The uninstall is not working. It worked? Okay. Stinks, it's just such an exciting day to Magic Online. Make sure we need to always have the exact same amount of fun every single day. Not too much fun. Let's just assume they had it. Yeah, I'll check the task manager. I don't see any instances. However, the download failed. I think it's possible that it's Wednesday and they're trying to do some like behind the scenes maintenance stuff. Do you have a second internet connection? No, not anymore. Yeah, I don't do the 5G. I don't do the phone tech anymore. My internet connection is good enough. Not even a tethering for mobile. Yeah, I have good connection. When I got my last phone, I was talking to the AT&T guy, and he's like, "I've never seen anybody with this tier of internet plan." Was exactly what he said to me. No, I don't have a VPN on. I've done nothing different. Does anybody know the run? Oh, wait. We're in. There's a run command you can do to clear like some of the program files. Sometimes we get stuck here. You have to clear the app cache. If Team Cheetah felt to face a rope, would I do as a streamer? I don't know. I would maybe go full time on the game I'm working on. That would be nice. Okay, I'm going to use this run command I found. Oh, it's already the last. It's already my last command, of course. Reboot might help. I mean, reboot just kills the streams. This late into the stream, I'd really like to avoid it. Need to do full motor reinstall. I'm trying. I mean, is there anything else I need to be doing besides running the command to clear the cache, deleting the program, and reinstalling the program? Thanks, Canny. Okay. One day I'll be an arena streamer. Step 2. And then I am... At this point, I think we've probably lost the match due to inactivity, which is a bummer. Okay, I'm deleting a folder. Okay, and